There are many things you could say about Team Fortress 2. You could say it's one of the most fun first-person shooters of all time. You could say it has one of the most iconic art styles, but unfortunately, you can undoubtedly say it is old. It doesn't mean it's worse than other current games, actually it's far from it. But with time comes something all players strive to have, which is experience. If the game has lasted so long, you'd guess everything has been polished to perfection. All best loadouts have been already established, there is a healthy selection of classes for the competitive 6s mode, and every possible tech and mechanic has been explained, shown how to do in tutorials, and accepted as common knowledge of the game. With all of that in mind, is there any more room for originality? No, I'm serious about this. With the wonderful content creators surrounding this absolutely fascinating community, how do the players till this day find something new, something that has not been done before, something original? Hello everyone and welcome to today's video where I will be talking just about that. And to prove my points throughout the video, at the end there is a sweet montage of a brand new subclass, the Mosquito Scout, waiting for you to discover and enjoy. So let's not waste any time and get on with answering the question, can you still be original in Team Fortress 2? If you're a frequent viewer of my channel, there is a small chance you never even heard about this game, so let's do a quick rundown on what TF2 is. Team Fortress 2 is a class-based shooter with the iconic 9 playable classes. Each class has its set of weapons that can be changed with unlockable items that you get from the Battle Pass. How do you get this Battle Pass? Just play the game. Shocking, I know. And the items will appear from time to time in your inventory. With those items, the possibilities of changing how you play a certain class are almost endless. And here we are hitting our first roadblock. The last updates forgot to add those tiny elements of gameplay that are new weapons. Which means that for quite some time, I don't know, about 6 years, the players have been playing the same game with the same toys over and over again. Throughout this time, and even before, the community has found some good, some funny, and some game-changing sets of weapons that influence the way they play the game. But at some point, the number of combinations will run out. And it's not like combining every weapon possible with each other will result in a good set. Most of the times, it's just random garbage that feels weak and unfun to play. And here's where my first argument comes in. Fun in TF2 can be very subjective. Some people have fun by killing everyone on the server in the most optimal way possible. Think Black Box Conch, Default Scout, Default Demoman, etc. But other players will enjoy the game more with quite obviously weaker loadouts, but ones that are more fun to play for them. Like Trollger, utilizing the rocket jumper that does no damage, but making all that damage come from a single Market Gardener hit. Or jumping off a map, doing a 360 with a Huntsman. Yes, people like that exist apparently. What I mean here is that maybe the originality shouldn't come from the community, but rather yourself, an individual. The key in the game's success lays in the individual experience. Not everyone will enjoy the sweaty try-hard loadout as much as giving the lock and load or even airstrike a chance from time to time. It's up to you, the player, to choose how you want to have fun in this game, and there is no one stopping you from achieving this. You don't have to be like Uncle Dane and play Engineer if you don't like this class, and you also don't need to pretend to be Solar Light and forcing yourself to play Demo Knight against 4 mini sentries if it's not fun for you. The originality in Team Fortress 2's gameplay comes from an individual's perspective, not the game's. So now that we got this, let's talk about the content creation and its creators I just mentioned. With that long of a track record, Team Fortress 2's content on YouTube should be running out dry, right? It's basically impossible to come up with new things to do in an environment you are so familiar with, and there is no possible way to make... Oh yeah, that's new too? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Alright, I'm wrong, I get it. Somehow the Team Fortress 2 community manages to shatter all possible expectations by, to this day, creating original content. It is a miracle that players can still find new techs and discover new metas simply by experimenting and sharing what they found online. Not only that, if we're talking entertainment-wise, the game itself is still very pleasurable to watch just as it is, and it's thanks to the people who care enough to still make their own content that they enjoy. Take a look at this tiny little channel. Oh, and wow, that's a little embarrassing. Can I just ask you to help me a little since you're still watching? Thank you kindly. Now, back to Vorobey. What this man does is simply playing the game. But he's utilizing one of the biggest flaws of the game to his advantage, that is, its age. Or more specifically, the people who abuse the lack of anti-cheat system in this game. That's right, cheaters and bots with perfect aim are very common nowadays since there is little to nothing the players can do about it and developers are sleeping. This of course creates a perfect environment for the worst kind of people to thrive. Cheaters who try to hide it and pretend they are better at the game than they actually are. Our subject V has found a way to create content based on just this issue by making not only entertaining but also very educational content about these problems. As a side bonus, he creates fantastic storytelling by actively seeking the cheating players out and not only calling them out but also fighting with them in an unfair battle. You really need to admire the efforts of this one man, as most players when seeing a game in a state like this, they just simply move on to another game that has more care from its developers. But here it's used as free content to earn some nice views. Looking at a slightly bigger channel now, the guy that build his channel around playing a certain class can make an original video simply by playing something else. To not discredit the man, he is also making guides and gives helpful feedback to the community. And don't even get me started on the servers he is hosting. And as a last example, I will just plug in the video that blew up a few months ago that is simply documenting the existence of another player in this game, which is just the cherry on top. As you can see, Team Fortress 2 can thrive even in its weakest state, with no major maintenance and without any major content drops. And yes, I do not count the recent summer update as something major. No new animation, no new weapons, just hats and community content. Okay, maybe the Saxton Hale mode might be considered something major, but still. There are many more examples of original content made to this goddamn day, and it shows how truly beautiful and creative the community of this game really is. And now, as I promised, I will put my 5 cents in just for fun, and enjoy the promised montage of the Mosquito Scout. This creature feasts on the blood of his enemies. The more he consumes, the faster he becomes. With the help of the babyface's blaster, he can engage like a complete psychopath, and in the time of the encounter, the randomness of him hitting or missing will alter his speed so drastically that it's always too late when you already swat him. The bloody massacre is aided with the help of the idiot stick bleed stat, and to ensure longer survival of this unknown species of insect, the mysterious white liquid might become handy, but it is also possible to spot him sipping on a purple energy drink that results in stronger bites but weaker body structure. Its main weaknesses are explosives and highly compressed air, but as long as the Mosquito Scout will select its target properly and use his speed to gain a significant position advantage, he shall conquer even the fattest of enemies. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, feedback in the comments is more than welcome. I know I usually make Overwatch content, but I just can't stop myself from trying out new things all the time, and I personally think this video turned out pretty well, and I enjoyed myself. So if you did too, then make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this one. As always, thanks for watching, have a lovely day, bye bye.